All right, and we are live as he moves the mic down to not catch the obnoxious breathing sound. Hey there, everybody. My name's Evan. I'm the community manager for Pursuitery.com. Welcome back to the Pursuitery Coding with Scratch challenges. This week, today, is the launch of something very special. Not one enemy, not two enemies, not even three enemies, but a horde. A whole bunch of enemies, an artificial intelligence bonanza descending upon you. Can you dig it? We are into Coding with Scratch Challenge 3, the Horde. And as you can see below, where my finger is pointing in this general vicinity, you can get the link to that and join the challenge. This is the third of 5 Coding with Scratch challenges that we're doing at Pursuitery. If you complete all 5 challenges before August 24th at 11:59 p.m. Pacific time, because we're in California, yay! You'll be able to win a Scratch Ninja Digital Badge. Pardon me, you will get a Scratch Digital Ninja Badge if you have all of your challenges in by 11:59 p.m. Pacific time by August 24th. If your challenge is in before July 7th, this Sunday at 11:59 p.m. Pacific time again, because California, yay, you'll be eligible to win a Makey Makey. More on that soon. Look at it, live it, love it. If you have any questions, we'll answer them at the end of the Geek Out today. Please tweet them using the hashtag #CodingWithScratch. That's Coding with Scratch. My lovely assistant, Mickey, my awesome assistant, sorry. I got into like game show talk, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Will be helping out on the Twitter questions. And today's Geek Out's a brief introduction to our challenge. It's going to be quick. We're going to break down what you need to participate, how to submit challenges, and how to get help. Please remember we have a Hints Geek Out tomorrow, a Mickey Makey Prize Time Geek Out on Thursday, hosted by Mickey, and a Show and Tell on Friday. All these Geek Outs are at 10 a.m. Pacific time, so we'll do a breakdown of those again. But remember, if you have questions or concerns and stuff you want to get addressed, you can tweet us at Coding with Scratch, and we can also point you to the Scratch Coaches Studio from the actual challenge, which you see the link for right below. Get things addressed. And again, please submit any questions you have for tomorrow for the Hints Geek Out as well. So to enter into the challenges, first off, you'll need to have a Scratch account, so sign up for that at scratch.mit.edu. You'll also need to join Pursuitery.com. Both of those are free, F-R-E-E, as in the cost of the price of nothing. To join this challenge on Pursuitery, click Participate on the Coding with Scratch The Horde Challenge, and you have to be logged in. You'll see that all from our front page. You'll then see a Submit Challenge button after you log in and dive in. Click on that, you'll be able to submit a link to your Scratch entry on scratch.mit.edu. That's where you sign up for a Scratch account. Again, that's scratch.mit.edu. So again, as I mentioned earlier, we have 2 submission types. To be eligible to win the Makey Makey, can I get a woo? Woo. A bigger woo. Woo. All right. To be eligible to win the Makey Makey, which is an awesome controller that allows you to extend and improve and just basically take your Scratch games to the next level in terms of physical interactivity. Works on Mac OS, Linux, and Windows. To be eligible to win that, you have to have your Scratch Challenge entry for the Horde turned in by Sunday, July 6th at 11:59 p.m. Pacific time. Again, to see if you won the challenge, tune in next week to Mickey's Prize Time Geek Out, which will be at Thursday, 10 a.m. Pacific time. We stagger those, so each week is going to be the previous week's challenge, but go ahead and get your entry in anyway because we want to see what kind of awesome stuff you're going to come up with. But if you want to do self-study, again, take it at your own pace. The whole point is to have fun and enjoy yourself. You don't need to feel any pressure, and you want to just keep working on it and making it better. If you do self-study and you want to get the badge, just make sure you get all of your challenges in by August 24th, 11:59 p.m. Pacific time. So you can work through the whole summer on getting your 5 challenges in as long as they're in by August 24th, 11:59 p.m. Pacific time, which is a phrase that we hear a lot here. We use a lot. It's making us feel better and better. We get up in the morning, we have our orange juice, brush our teeth, and say August 24th, 11:59 p.m. Pacific time. Yeah. I was gonna get the join in. I was trying to get my assistant to help. My ambassador. My hero. Ouch. I don't read minds. I hope the mic's picking that up because can it pick up the sound of subtle heartbreak? Oh. All right. Snap. if you need, I should note, if people are interested out there, we've been hearing from people, hey, I got my submission in on like Tuesday or Wednesday, but I know Sunday night's the cutoff time. What if I want to refine and improve my submission? Well, if that's the case, if you need to edit your submission, you can go back to the challenge page and click edit your submission after logging in and update the listing to your project. And as long as it's in by Sunday night at that time, you'd still be eligible for the Makey Makey. And again, you can go back to your other challenges if you're just doing the self-study and edit those as well. Again, the idea is to get really comfortable to have fun with Scratch. So as far as getting help goes, if you visit the Scratch Studio for Challenge 3, you can leave your comments or questions for the coaches. And that's going to be at intr.st/Scratch Studio 3. And the challenge itself, you can see listed below. I will spell it out for you because why not? We're here. That's at intr.st/THEHOARD1. We made a little joke there about hoarding links and hoarding enemies, but the actual challenge is spelled a little differently, as you can tell. But anyway, if you go to the Challenge League itself, it'll include all the resources, the Geek Outs listings, everything else we're talking about. So we'll have a Hints Geek Out tomorrow as well. You can see a video on the Hints Geek Out page now in Pursuitery that has some listings there and some information. And again, that's pursuitery.com. Don't worry if you're not sure about everything yet. The whole point of this is to have as much fun as you possibly can with Scratch and get used to basically making your own games, and telling your own stories, and designing things and having fun. And again, if you have questions or anything else, we will help you out. So let's talk about the challenge itself. And if any questions come in via Twitter, again, use the hashtag #CodingWithScratch, and we will address them at the end of the Geek Out here. So the point of the Horde, as we mentioned earlier, is making a whole bevy of enemies. And we've created one sprite to chase the other sprite in the chasing game, and we can kind of incorporate a bit more of that into the maze game, and you see how variables work as well. So now we're going to create one sprite and make as many copies of it as we want with something called the cloning tool on Scratch. And again, that's scratch.mit.edu, where you go to get your account and where you'll be doing all your challenge work. So the big number of independent enemies that we're creating, a whole bunch of enemies that are going to come after our character at once, will be called the Horde. So essentially, we're just going to make a bunch of computer-controlled henchmen that chase our players' characters around. So the challenge requirements for this week are twofold. Number one, create a sprite that clones itself multiple times. And number two, have the clone sprites, the henchmen, interact with the character sprites or the player sprites. That would be your character that you're probably using to control with the mouse keys. So those are the two requirements for the week. And for this challenge, if you know Scratch already, you can add some extras to the Horde game. Sounds, backgrounds, sprites, scores, variables, etc. But the two requirements are create a sprite that clones itself multiple times and have the clone sprites interact with the character/player sprites. And again, we're going to have a Hints Geek Out tomorrow. We've got some stuff online about how to do this, and we have a bevy of awesome and amazing Scratch coaches volunteering to help out as well. So to submit your project, after entering, you click on Dive In on the upper right on the challenge page. You can submit your project. You'll be eligible to submit your project up to that point. In order to get feedback on your project and be eligible to earn a digital badge, submit the link to your project by clicking on the big red Submit button on the challenge page. That button appears after you enter the challenge itself. So breaking down the Geek Out schedule, the Horde Challenge begins and has been running as of midnight last night, or this morning, if you want to get technical about it. We do the Horde, and we do the intro Geek Out, which you're watching now, at 10 a.m. Pacific time. And on Tuesday, we have Hints and Tips on Pursuitery. That's going to be at 10 a.m. I'm still seeing if we're having a special guest tomorrow. We had a guest last week. Brian was very useful. Thanks again, Brian. Appreciate it. And we were talking to some of our coaches about having some people on. But if you have questions, tweet them to us at Coding with Scratch, and we'll get them onto the Hints and Tips Geek Out and get those addressed live. On Thursday, we have the Prize Time Geek Out on Pursuitery, where we announce the winner of last week's challenge for the Makey Makey. Let's go again with a woo. Woo! All right. trying to be quiet with this bevy of activity around us at the Pursuitery offices. And on Friday, we have the Show and Tell Geek Out, where if you submit your challenge to us and let us know that you'd like to show it, we will definitely post it live and let people see it and interact it and link it up. So that's going to be it for the breakdown of this intro. I'm going to go ahead and, well, first off, Sutter, going to go ahead and then see if we have any questions coming in from Twitter. So as I get so nervous I can barely speak, let's go ahead and check. Okay. Okay. So it appears we have no questions this week, and I will go ahead and thank all of you for joining and all of you for watching and participating. Again, the response has been absolutely overwhelming, and it's really heartening to see everybody get excited about this. We've seen some amazing games. Just last week we saw stuff at the library. Myself and the Invisible Summer Youth Ambassador saw games at our local library with Scratch that people were making that were amazing. Like I was humbled to see games that were is so cool, and we're getting a lot of great notes from people and a lot of interaction, and it seems like people are having a great time with it. And again, we want to thank every single one of you for taking part in this. We want to thank our friends and partners as well. And by the way, if you're interested in digital storytelling and photography, Pursuitery.com is also running a series of challenges with Phonar Nation, and that's great stuff as well. So go to Pursuitery.com. You can see how Pursuitery is spelled right here, and check those out too. Those are fun things to jump into as well. So on behalf of myself and the entire team at Pursuitery.com, we'd like to thank you. Enjoy Scratch, enjoy the challenges. We'll see you tomorrow at the Hints Geek Out. If you have any questions, be sure to get at us using the hashtag #CodingWithScratch on Twitter. Bye-bye.